did it. I'ma tell him I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. I'ma get stronger. I will rise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. I'ma get stronger.
What's up, guys? Hope you're all well. So today we're going to go through my EFL Championship score predictions for game week 2. Before we get into the predictions, guys, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. We are now on the road to 150 subscribers because we have now hit 100 subscribers. So guys, thank you so much for the love and support. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, let's get straight into the predictions. Okay, guys, so kicking things off on Friday, we've got Coventry City versus Oxford United. Let's start with Coventry City then. So Coventry City went and started off with a 1-0 defeat against Stoke. Not the ideal start for Coventry, but really it seems like it's pretty much a repeat of the past 2 seasons where Coventry start out quite slowly. So yeah, Coventry City didn't really have the best start. Oxford United, on the other hand, brilliant start to their first year back in the Championship in over 20 years with a 2-0 win over Norwich City. Yeah, congratulations to Oxford United. That was a very, very good win for you guys. Honestly, I couldn't really watch most of these games because I was at the Southampton versus Getafe game, which was the game whilst the Championship games were playing, and some of the League 2 teams matches were playing as well. So I couldn't really watch most of these games, but from what I heard, Coventry City weren't really in the match too much. They had a few good points in the match, but Stoke City were apparently the better team out of those two. Also United, I watched the highlights of all the games. Actually, I watched all the highlights on Sky Sports Football. But Norwich City, not Norwich City, Oxford United actually looked really, really good against Norwich. So I'm really impressed, and I'm really looking forward to see how Oxford United do when the season goes on. For this match, I think I'm gonna back Coventry City. I feel like Coventry City need a win in order to get back into the race for the playoffs if they even want to have a chance of getting into the playoffs, because obviously if they keep starting off really slowly, then playoffs, it's going to take them a while to get back into the playoff picture. Also United, on the other hand, I do think they'll give Coventry City a good game. However, I just think Coventry will just pinch it, so I'm going to give Oxford United a goal, but I'm going to edge Coventry City 2-1. On Saturday then, we've got 3 lunchtime kickoffs, and the first one is Derby County versus Middlesbrough. 2 big teams going at it again. Obviously, Derby coming up from League 1 into the Championship, and obviously Middlesbrough have been in the Championship for a while now. So 2 big clubs that are ready to face each other again, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these 2 battle it out. Obviously, I won't be able to watch the full match, so I'm going to have to watch it on Gillette Soccer Saturday or something and watch the results from there. Derby County, let's start with Derby County. They kicked off the season with a 4-2 defeat against Blackburn. I watched that entire match. I thought that match was brilliant to watch. It was a very, very cagey and fun match to watch. Derby County weren't really in the match too much. I do think they had some very good blips in the match. However, I do think Blackburn looked overall the better side because Blackburn were pressing so much, and obviously they got 4 goals out of it, which was very good because obviously a lot of people are predicting Blackburn to get relegated. Obviously it's still the start of the season, but Blackburn did show a lot of fight in that match. Derby County showed some blips, but they weren't really in the match too much. Middlesbrough, on the other hand, they got a good 1-0 victory over Swansea, which kick-starts their season really, really well. So I do see Middlesbrough starting to kick on for the playoffs now that they've got the start that they've always wanted over the years. This match, I think, will be a very, very good match. You know, Derby County are the home side. They're at Pride Park for this match, so I do think they will have some very good blips in this match now that they're at home. I'm going to back this match to be a draw. I'm really struggling to separate the two. Like, I can see Middlesbrough winning because obviously they seem the favourites and the stronger of the two. But Derby County are at home, and sometimes Derby can be a lot better at home. So I'm going to back this match to be a draw, and I'm going to say 1-1. The next lunchtime kickoff on Saturday is Pompey versus Luton Town. Now, we all know what Pompey got over the weekend. It was that amazing, cagey game of that 3-3 draw against Leeds United. Fair play to Pompey, and I know other Saints fans wouldn't want me to say that, but fair play to them. They took Leeds to the limit there. They even went in front for a couple of times as well. So yeah, very fair play to Pompey there. Obviously, Saints fans wouldn't want me to say that, like I just said, and Saints fans were annoyed that Pompey kept going in front. But yeah, fair play to Pompey for taking Leeds to the limit there. Luton Town, on the other hand, they got a loss yesterday, which was a 4-1 defeat against Burnley. Really not the start Luton Town really wanted. It looks like Luton Town still need time to gel together. Luton Town did have some good blips in the match yesterday. They kept pressing, but they weren't really capitalising on it for me. It looks like every time they went to the box, they kept passing it out to the people who were outside the box, which was very frustrating to watch because there were points where they could have just taken some shots on the goal, but they just didn't take their chances for me. Luton Town, I do think, will give Pompey a very good game. However, I know Luton Town won't want me to say this, and I know quite a lot of Saints fans won't want me to say this, but I think Pompey will win this one. They looked very, very good against Leeds. I know it will be very, very annoying for other Saints fans for me to say this and for them to see this, but I do think Pompey will win. So I'm going to go with a very, very low scoring, but I'm going to go 1-0 to Pompey. Sorry, Saints fans, but I can just see Pompey winning this one. The final lunchtime kickoff game on Saturday is West Bromwich Albion taking on Leeds United. This is a very good match to start off with as well. West Brom have Carlos Corberán as their manager, and they're taking on Leeds United's Daniel Farke, a battle of two very good managers for this league. So I'm expecting this match to be a very, very good and cagey one, because both of them are very big clubs as well. Let's start with West Brom then. So West Brom got a very good start to the season by beating QPR 3-1 away at Loftus Road, so it was a very, very good result for West Brom, and West Brom looked very good. Their striker got a hat-trick as well, which was a very, very good result there. Leeds United obviously had that very good 3-3 draw against Pompey. It was a very, very fun match to watch, so I'm expecting a lot of goals to come from this game. However, I think I'm going to back West Brom, and I think that will put a lot of pressure on Daniel Farke, but I do feel like West Brom might pinch this one because they looked very, very good against QPR. I'm going to guess that there's going to be a lot of goals in this one, but I'm going to say West Brom win this one 3-2. I'm going to go with a lot of goals here. So yeah, 3-2 for West Brom for me. Okay then, on to the 3pm kickoffs. First off, we've got Bristol City versus Millwall. Let's start with Bristol City then. So Bristol City went and got a 1-1 draw against Hull City. Pretty good start to the season there, because obviously it's not a defeat, so Bristol City won't have to worry about having little confidence. So Bristol City, I do think, will be a very, very good team in this matchup. Millwall, on the other hand, went and got a 3-2 defeat against Watford at the Den. Not the perfect start to the season for Millwall, but it still shows that they can score a lot of goals as well. So Millwall do have something to be happy about there. I do think this match will be a very good match. Obviously, both teams are mainly looking towards the playoffs probably, and possibly finish top half of the table. So I do feel like both teams will give each other a very good game. I really don't know who to back here, because obviously Bristol City, we all know they can be a very, very good team. Same with Millwall. Obviously, they can push themselves to do very well in these matches. So, let's go with Bristol City for me. I just feel like Bristol City might pinch it. So I'm going to go with a very, very low scoring 1-0 win for Bristol City. Next up on Saturday, we've got Burnley versus Cardiff City. Let's start with Burnley then. So as we all know, Burnley went and got a very good result at Kenilworth Road, beating Luton Town 4-1, which is a very, very good start to Burnley's season. Back in the Championship, it looks like they're ready to really push on for the automatics and get straight back into the Premier League. Cardiff, on the other hand, went and got a 2-0 defeat at home to Sunderland, which isn't really the best start for Cardiff City, but it's only the start of the season, so Cardiff could try and push on from here. They are taking on the Burnley side that have just obviously came out of a 4-1 victory against Luton Town, and they're at Turf Moor for this match, so Burnley is a very, very difficult place to go to for Cardiff. I do think Cardiff will do quite well in this match. I do think they'll have a few good glimpses of lots of shots on goal. I am going to give Cardiff a goal, but I do think Burnley will be a little bit too strong here. So I'm going to go with Burnley to win 3-1. Next up on Saturday then, we've got Norwich City versus Blackburn Rovers. A battle of two very good and big clubs again. Norwich City, let's start with Norwich. They went and got a 2-0 defeat against Oxford United. Not the best start for Norwich City, but they were away from home, and normally Norwich are a lot better at home. So I will give them pass for that. But Norwich City, they had a few good glimpses, but obviously Oxford United were really pushing in that match because obviously, as we all know, as I keep saying, it's Oxford United's first year back in the Championship in over 20 years. So obviously Oxford United were going to push a lot in that match, and obviously it turned out quite well for Oxford there. And obviously Norwich had to be the victim of that massive push from Oxford United. Norwich City, I do think will be very good against Blackburn. Obviously, they're back at home, they're back at Carrow Road, which is the place that Norwich are usually good in. Blackburn, on the other hand, they look very, very good so far. Obviously, beating Derby County 4-2 on the opening day. I do feel like Blackburn will give this match a good go as well. It looks like they're already getting used to the way John Eustace plays, so I do think Blackburn look very good so far, and I do think Blackburn will give this match a good go as well, and I'm really struggling to separate the two again, but I'm going to go with a Desmond. I'm going to say 2-2 draw for this match. Next up, we've got Plymouth Argyle taking on Hull City. I do think this match will be a very good match as well. This is Wayne Rooney's first home match for Plymouth. Let's start with Plymouth. They started off the season really poorly by getting a 4-0 defeat against Sheffield Wednesday. Already a very bad sign for Wayne Rooney's side there. It's not looking good for Plymouth already. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I watched the match and it looked like Plymouth really weren't in it. I'm sorry, Plymouth fans, but I have to be brutally honest there. Plymouth, the players didn't really look too much in it. They had a few good glimpses, but that was literally about it. Sheffield Wednesday were all over Plymouth for that day. Hull City got a very good 1-1 draw against Bristol City, so they started out their campaign okay. I just feel like Hull City will put a lot of pressure on Plymouth, because I don't mean to sound really harsh, but it looks like when Plymouth played Sheffield Wednesday, it looked as though Wayne Rooney made Plymouth look really easy to beat, and I don't mean that harshly. I just feel like I really don't know what Wayne Rooney's style of play is. Obviously, as I keep saying, I like Wayne Rooney. I think he was a very, very good player in the past, but as a manager, he's not quite doing it yet, and I feel like he needs to pick out a very, very good style of play in order to keep Plymouth up. And for this reason, I'm going to back Hull for this match, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on Wayne Rooney. Hey Plymouth, it's not too late to get a new manager, but yeah, I'd say stick with Wayne Rooney for another 2 or 3 matches, and then think about what you need to do there, because as a manager, I just don't think Wayne Rooney is doing it yet. So yeah, I am going to back Hull City, and I'm going to back Hull to get a 2-1 victory. I'm going to give Plymouth. I'm going to be nice to Plymouth and give them a goal, but I can see nothing but a Hull win at the moment. Sorry, Plymouth fans. So yeah, 2-1 to Hull City for me. Next up, we've got Sheffield United versus Queen's Park Rangers. I think this match will be a very fun one to watch. Sheffield United, to start with them, they got a very good 2-0 win against Preston on the opening day, and they started out their campaign really well. They're now on 1 point, and so they're ready to possibly go on and possibly push for the playoffs now that they're out of the minus points deduction area. QPR, on the other hand, got a 3-1 defeat against West Brom. Again, not the perfect start for QPR, but they were coming up against West Brom, who are also a very difficult side to beat. QPR, I do think it looks like it might be a very slow start to the season for them. Who knows, maybe they can prove me wrong and beat Sheffield United here and completely turn it around. But I am going to back Sheffield United here. They did look quite good against Preston. QPR can have some very good glimpses with Marty Cifuentes, and I think a lot of these wins from QPR will probably come later in the season, I think. So I am going to back Sheffield United here, and I'm going to say Sheffield United will win this match 2-1 this time. So I'm not gonna say that QPR are going to concede 3 goals. I'm going to say that they concede 2 this time. So yeah, 2-1 to Sheffield United for me. Next up, we've got Swansea City versus Preston North End. Both clubs coming into this match on the back of defeats. Swansea City got a 1-0 defeat against Middlesbrough, which isn't the worst result. Obviously, Middlesbrough are a very strong side, and only losing 1-0 isn't bad at all. Preston North End lost 2-0 against Sheffield United again. Losing just 2-0 against a side like Sheffield United isn't bad at all. So both these clubs coming off the back of defeats that aren't terrible defeats, I guess. Preston, what they gone and done, they've gone and sacked their manager after just 1 game. What's up with clubs sacking their managers after just 1 game? Like, 1 game. Chill out. give him at least like 2-3 more games at least before you sack him. Jeez. Yeah, I feel like sacking Lowe after 1 match was a bit harsh. Probably could have given him a bit more time, like giving him like 3 or 4 more matches or so, and then you could have given a decision on whether to sack him or not. But yeah, it's very confusing for me now. So now Preston don't have a manager, so it's like, what do they do now? I guess they could probably go out with all limbs here because they don't have a manager. And sometimes clubs without a manager do tend to go out with all limbs. I am going to back Swansea because they do have a manager, and I do think Swansea will probably want to go to winning ways. And they're at home, so Swansea City will have the home advantage. But I don't know what Preston will be like now that they don't have a manager, so I'm going to back Swansea. Sorry, Preston, but quite confusing for me at the moment, so I'm going to back Swansea 2-1. Next up, the final game on Saturday, we've got Watford taking on Stoke City. Both teams coming into this match off of the back of victories. So Watford went and beat Millwall 3-2, which is a very, very good start for them, kicking off their season really well. Stoke City went and surprisingly beat Coventry City 1-0 at the Bet365 Stadium. So both these teams coming into this match with a bit more confidence now. So I do expect this match to be quite tight now that they've got more confidence in them. I really don't know who to back here because obviously when you have 2 teams that come off the back of wins, you really don't know what to expect. You could get one of the teams having a very good win here, or you could have both teams drawing against each other because of the confidence. So I really don't know who to back. I might go with Watford because they're the home side, and Stoke City are normally better at home in a way. So yeah, I'm going to back Watford, but I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. So I'm only going to say 1-0 win for Watford. And finally, we come to the Sunday game, which is Sunderland taking on Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, Battle of the Titans, this early in the season. This is probably the time where you want to see these two teams face off against each other. Two teams coming off the back of good victories. Sunderland went and beat Cardiff 2-0 and Sheffield Wednesday went and beat Plymouth 4-0. So both these teams coming off the back of clean sheets as well. And this, like I said, this is probably the time where you want to see two big teams face each other when they've just come off of victories and they've got a lot of confidence in them. So this is probably going to be a very, very good and fun game to watch. I really don't know who to predict here because Sunderland are at home, so they're going to have the home advantage. But obviously, Sheffield Wednesday look really good under Danny Rolls. So, yeah, it's really difficult for me to predict here. Who do I predict? I'll probably predict Sheffield Wednesday because for me, they looked a little bit better than Sunderland for me. So I'm going to go with Sheffield Wednesday, but I think it's going to be a very tight game. And I'm thinking I'm going to track in some goals here. I'm going to say that we're going to end the weekend with a good 3-2 victory for Sheffield Wednesday. I think it's going to be a very good game between two big clubs. So yeah, 3-2 to Sheffield Wednesday for me. So yeah, guys, that wraps up my EFL Championship score predictions for game week 2. I hope you've all enjoyed. Tomorrow I'll be dropping my Premier League predictions for game week 1, so please be sure to look out for those. And yeah, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. As always, share your predictions down in the comments below as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.